As far as Tiger Town wants to know if they're going to call Colt Keith, I expect some call ups too. I would hope at this point I keep saying this. Scott Harris and AJ Hinch both said they're going to earmark at bats for the young bats. So I haven't seen them.
Well, I'll
It's
tell you,
now August.
Justyn-Henry Malloy has been hitting over like 320 for a month, right? I mean, he was here last week. I got to see him. I'll tell you what, I'm not qualified to say, oh, he should have a chance right now, but he didn't do anything to preclude himself here from having a chance. He looked really good. And I thought his swing looked a little more compact than when I saw him in May. And are there some roster issues and stuff moving forward why they want to delay this? I suppose there might be. But other than that, I mean, why wouldn't now be the time to put him in a lineup somewhere?
In terms of like a call up, who would you guys look at to be sent down, though, if they were to call up like a Justyn-Henry, Malloy, or Colt Keith?
Well, they do get 2 extra roster spots at the beginning of September, so they might just wait till then. Honestly, they might even wait till that.
But in terms of sending down, I mean, pretty much anybody, really. I mean, who cares? Yeah. I mean, Zach Short, fine. Andy Ibanez, fine. All kinds of pitchers. I mean, a lot of those guys can go.
Detroit Degenerate says, I would actually bet money if we don't see Keith this year. I would. You know what? You'd probably be a winner with that. And
so the one other thing that we've talked about before, and it seems kind of silly, but if you've waited this long, you might as well wait another 2 weeks. That once you lose rookie eligibility if you're on an active roster for more than 45 days, and the season ends on October 1st. The Tigers' 45 days, I believe, would be August 17th. So, 10 days from now, 11 days from now, they could clear that. And then if they just play the guys sparingly so they don't go over the at-bats or innings pitched or whatever, then they can get these guys some late year experience without jeopardizing their chance to win Rookie of the Year or whatever next year. Now, they may not choose to do that. The odds of any of these guys winning Rookie of the Year is pretty slim. But like I said, if you've already waited this long, you might as well wait another 10, 11 days. But yeah, I mean, I would think if you call up Malloy, you're probably if you do it without the rosters expanded, you're probably going to send down Akil Baddoo, unfortunately, because you've got. I don't think they would send Bierling down, and you've got Green there playing every day, and you've got Carpenter playing just about every day, and you can DH a bunch, but you're going to want a right-handed outfielder, I think. And so that would be the case there. And that might be the case if they call up Parker Meadows too. But one thing I was trying to remind people is we do believe that Parker Meadows deserves a chance, but he's still only hitting 260 on the season. It's like 280 since June 1st. Yeah. But he's hitting with power. He's getting on base, playing great defense, speed, all that good stuff. But I was trying to remind people of what big leaguers look like when they play in AAA, and it's what Riley Green did in his 3 games of rehab when he hit 500. Yeah. It's like, yeah, these guys, if you're a big leaguer, a legit big leaguer, and you're in AAA, you're destroying the baseball. You're hitting.
Chris was one of his hits off
the Frickers building.
I believe it was Riley Green. Well, Riley Green's wasn't, but he did have 5 very hard hits called. So that's the thing. Like these guys are playing really well, and they deserve it as kind of a reward come up. But I don't know if they're ready to come up and actually play well.
I could take away right now at this point is I'm usually reserved about calling players up, but right now as it stands, the Tigers, it's like the Tigers have kind of an identity crisis right now. And if you look at some of the guys who are on the 40-man roster, they are continually, those guys like the placeholder. Zach Logue was a placeholder. Pure and simple. Nick Solak was a placeholder. And they are, it's one of those things, but all these guys, I think, I have a feeling that there's just going to be a continuation of cleaning house. Matt Whistler was released over the weekend. There's going to be wholesale change. Not let's say wholesale changes, but there's going to be a lot of changes. So I think either they're just going to go wait till the season's over, assess, and then just bring up everybody. And their excuse might be not to spend money this year is, hey, look, Parker Meadows is here. Colt Keith is here. The future's here. You get and then maybe use the money or trade a couple of their players because they also have some really tough Rule 5 decisions to make too. Keep that in mind. They have to. There's several players like Montero, Olafagin, and there was a hitter too. That
you've got probably Ed Dingler.
Thank you.
Gibson Long and Lachlan are both options. Montero's an option. Roberto Campos, I don't think another team would take him and keep him, but he is like, I don't know, that's your $3 million international signing. He's hitting okay in high A. I think he would drown in the big leagues, but that's a name you would consider, I think. I don't know. So, there are 4 or 5 guys that they would. Trey Cruz, maybe even. So, they have some decisions there with the Rule 5, but who knows? I didn't think they would keep or roster Brendan White, and they did. And we've seen the upside there, but he's also hasn't been terribly consistent.
This is going to be the thing is, look, and Dylan Ninjaby is kind of something. They drafted some high school players, and it's going to take a while to develop.
Hey,
but here's the thing: like we
2 for 2 today.
Yeah, he went 2 for 2 today,
and before leaving the game with heat.
Yeah, and it went away.
127.
It was like the humidity down there was ridiculous. Somebody posted it. This, if you look at how they're approaching it right now, it's setting up for that. They had taken the Cabrera money off the books. Great, awesome, but guess what? The free agent market's booty. It's straight up booty. So Scott Harris has to get creative. I'm sure he has some targets in mind. I'm sure they're gonna have to make some. They're gonna have to be creative this offseason. Now, can they make a trade or two and get a serviceable? To me, right now, I'm asking. I think fans are asking. I think is it fair to say the Tiger fans just want a 2-WAR player, which is an average major league player? Yes, I think Tiger fans would just love a series of average players that would just perform a little bit above expectations and provide a winning result and be competitive. I think that's all the Tiger fans want right now. And it sounds like the bare necessities, Jungle Book style, but it's true. I mean, look at the Lions fans right now. Lions fans are sold out for a team that hasn't won a single game yet. Okay? See, this is the thing. The beautiful.
It was because of half a season. They had half a season.
They
first half was awful.
They lost the first half of the games of the season, and people came back. Tiger fans are gonna, like. It's one of those things where, like Samuel, thank you. I just want to. He said, "Bro, I just like to watch a 500 ball club at this point." I do too. All I want is that, and just really
off the Frickers building.
I feel bad for John, because Tigers fans have been through this before, and then we had 2006. Boy, was that a palate cleanser. That was so much fun. The entire up until like August, and then things got kind of dicey. But like the first 5 months of that season were outstanding. It was so much fun. Everybody was super excited. You talk to people about the Tigers game. Oh, did you see the Tigers come back last night? Zumaya gave up that grand slam, but they came back and won anyway. It was so much fun. It's just been absent for so long. It was, and you gotta hope that it'll come at some point. But it's been a real stagnant year overall.